Furland right now. Let's start with vocabulary cartoons. It's time for review 15, and it's the perfect time for a magic trick because I've got it here right now. We start with word number 1. Okay, he didn't get anything scared, did he, cat? Alright, let's start with number 1. We have SpongeBob. You remember it was Sponge. But I practically like to remember it with SpongeBob SquarePants. And so how does this work out well enough anyway? Well, you remember expunge with sponge like this. Because expunge basically means to delete or to take away. And so you basically expunge a spill by using a sponge. SpongeBob SquarePants! Expunge a sponge with its big, stupid, gigantic little brain head. And now it's time for number 2, facilitate. Facilitate is a verb. And it basically means this: to organize and to watch over is what facilitate means. And now you're gonna remember it with the cellmate words and phrases. Let's start right now. Facilitating the cellmate. How do you remember facilitating with the cellmate? Well, here's how you do it. You're lucky to have a cellmate who facilitates a very homey experience, which is a good thing too. You're very lucky when you were on that 1 month, while we were on that 1 month trip, to basically be in the house where there's another cat who facilitates your annoyance. And so because he's annoying, you can hit him lots of times. Number 3, you have phasm, and that means verb. Remember phasm? With fat sum. What does phasm mean anyway? It means to fabricate information. And how does it mean to fabricate information? It basically means to make new information. And so that's how you do it. Fathom with a fat sum. How do you fathom a fat sum? Well, here's how you do it. The researchers fathom basically means to understand better. Researchers cannot fathom why this guy had a fat sum. And so that happened, and now it's time for the word fawn, which is a verb, and it means to show affection to. Okay, he hates being called right now. Fawn. Remember fawn, the verb, with the noun fawn. Maybe I should change that up a little bit. And you remember, as I already said, fawn, it basically means to show affection to. And to basically feel affection to somebody. And so you remember fawn with the word fawn. The little baby fawn his mother. And number 5, you have feign. And you remember it is a verb. Feign basically means to pretend you're not this, but you're actually this. Let's say you're feigning that you're saying, I'm a guy with a bad reputation, and because of that, I may have made myself a bad reputation. So remember, feign with insane, feigning and insaning. The criminal was able to escape his sentence by feigning he was insane, and that's a verb. And the 6th word is fester, a verb. And fester basically means to let it run wild. Yeah, that's basically what it means. And so Fester, you remember it? With the character from the Addams Family, Uncle Fester. Also, I like Pugsley the best because, like, in the musical version of Addams Family, not the TV or movie versions or animation versions, I remember this. When you're on Addams, you need a moment to explode. Boom. That's what I like the best about that musical. Anyway, so you remember Fester with the character Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester basically means to let it spread, or to make pus, or to make something annoying, and usually even more annoying. Uncle Fester liked to pick at his scabs and make them fester. Wow, this Addams family is very different, sure. And it's also very, very, very weird and awkward, too. Number 7, you have fetish. And you remember fetish? Well, now, there are actually different ways, different meanings of fetish. One meaning I'm not going to say, but the fetish that we're talking about right now is an unwavering likeness for something. And so that's basically what happens. Fetish with British. You remember fetish with British. The British say that they have a fetish for tea. No matter what's happening, they'll always, always drink tea. And so that works too. Number 8, you have fickle. You remember it with pickle. And fickle is an adjective that basically means this. I should also mention what fetish means. It basically, yeah, I already said that. Fickle basically means to not have a liking for something. Yeah. And so you remember fickle with pickle. Well, with fickle you can usually go for pregnant men. Women. No, men cannot be pregnant. Men cannot be pregnant. Mistake. Women can be pregnant. Now, well, here's how it works out too. Pregnant women are usually fickle when they talk about food. One time they want pickles, the next time they want ice cream. Yum, 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 yum. My 100 bar's full. Now you have number 9, which is fjord. The J used, pronounce it alphabetically Y. Fjord is it's a noun. It's basically a narrowed part of the sea connecting two places of bodies together. That's what a fjord is. And you remember a ford. Now, this is where you need history context. Who is Ford? Or what is a Ford? Well, a Ford is a car. If you ever heard of Model T, then you'll know who Henry Ford is. Henry Ford is the creator of the assembly line, which is why we have McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, factories, car manufacturing, Tesla. All those car companies aren't going bust because of that. A fjord and a Ford. And you remember it like this. Fords and fjords. Wow, that's a lot of Fords and fjords, they say. Wow, why is Henry Ford's cars, Model T's, in this fjord? And last word is fleece! You remember fleece, which is a verb and noun, and the noun will basically be this. Let me show you an analogy. Let's say that Claude is a sheep. I'm sorry. And then, if you take out some fur, this won't harm him. This would be his fleece. But in this case, he's a cat, so we can't call his fur fleece. And now we remember, and the verb version of fleece is basically it basically means to, do something what do you call that? Basically means to swindle someone. And that's what the verb of fleece means. And you remember fleece with fleeing. Fleeing. A fleeing fleece. Well, here's how you remember it. There's this wolf who's fleeing because of all this fleece. With the fleece from the goat. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, because next episode we're going to do review number 16. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode today. And right now we have Claude the cat not wanting to be in the truck. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you guys also like Spider-Man. Bye, guys.